I'm Naomi Sitompul. I'm making two-part video for my excitement of advanced listening class. And let's go start from part 1. The raindrop falling on the window made it hard and hard to see what was happening, and instead of trying to look through the window, so we look at it and watch the red, blue and white light break into 1,000 dancing and trickling stops. Eventually, the traffic began to move on, and a moment later, Opie's corner, with this light-ended police car, had disappeared into the night behind them. "Come on," said Mick. Next stop, they got off at the foot of Blended Road and began walking up the last 100 yards towards the hotel. "Key, this box is heavy," exclaimed Mix. "He must have told you had a card," answered Soap. "No, he asked how old I was. We're early, you know." "Too bad. What are we supposed to do? Just hang around waiting? I don't know. Do I?" "You made the arrangements." It was indeed just 9:15 as they turned off Blended Road and towed the gates of the Hill Park Hotel. It was an old manor house that had once stood well outside the town, but was now surrounded by suburban street. It still stood, however, in spacious grounds. Inside the gate, the driveway curved off to the left, through a grove of trees that could see the lake of the hotel in front of them across the grass, but under the trees it was very dark. Drops of water were falling heavily off the wet branches. "I don't like this," said Sophie. "Someone could jump out from behind one of the trees." "Oh, Gabriel," answered Mick. "This is a posh hotel. You've been watching too much telly." "I don't like it, Mick. I think there's something in that box." "Well, of course there is. We just picked it up at Tesco." "Yeah, I don't know, but it's all rather surprised, isn't it? Why couldn't Mr. Garnet get the box delivery normally?" "Well, I suppose he couldn't find any firm that delivers at this time of night. And anyway, what do you think in the box? 10 pounds of Tesco value aesthetics, best tabs or what?" "No, maybe it's a box of their best text then, for IRIA mix." At the moment, a car came in through the gate behind them. Its light swept across the green grass as it turned towards them. Then, as it reached them, it braked hard and stopped. One of the doors opened, and a man jumped out. "Police." He said he was not in uniforms. "What that you got there?" "Where are you going?" "We're delivering into the hotel," said Sophie. Is it yours?" "No," Mix answered. "We got it from Tesco's. It's for Mr. Ansel." "And who is Mr. Ansel?" We don't know, said Sophie. We've never met him. Come on, said the other policeman, a very large man. Get in the back of the car, you two. What for? Do as I say, please. Well, drive you to the door and give me that box, will you? Mix and Sophie climbed into the back seat. 30 seconds later, the car pulled up outside the hotel entrance. Wait in the car, said the shorter of the two policemen. The big policeman said nothing as they. In less than a minute, the short policeman was back in the car. Right, you two, he said. They don't know anyone by the name of Ansel there, and there's no one with that name at the dinner party, so we'd better go down to the station with this. Go, exclaimed Mick. And what about the fifth quite I was going to get? Fifth quite? Asked the small policeman. Yes, for bringing the box from Tesco. Well, we'll see about that later, said the policeman. Where you live, young lad? Larkway said said Mick. Just near office corner. Well, we'll see a corner. Oh, there, I know, said the policeman. We'll drop you off there now. You can come in and see us at the station tomorrow morning, okay? As they approached office corner, Mick saw that the police cars with the blue flashing light were still there, and at the moment the car stopped. Well said, you down here, said the driver. We go back to the hotel. I've just reminded, and here 30 quiet, said the other police. What that for? Asked Mick. You'll find out when you come down to the station tomorrow. Which station? The main one, of course, in the town center. Oh, well, said Mick, as the police car drove off. Maybe there was something strange in the box I told you, SP, said Sophie. Anyway, let's go to Zizi's. Next morning after breakfast, Mick went to the police station. The officer on duty was most interested in his story, especially since no policeman on duty the night before had gone anywhere near the Hill Park Hotel. Okay guys, let's go to part 2. The Dragon and His Grandmother. There was once a great war. The king had a great many soldiers, but he gave them so little pay that they could not live on it. Then 3 of them decided to run away from the army. One of them said to the others, "If we are caught, we shall be chained on the gallows. How shall we set about it?" The others said, "Do you see that large conflict there? If we were to hide ourselves in that, no one could find us. The army cannot come into it, and tomorrow it is to march on. They came into the court, but the army did not march on, but remained encamped close around them. They sat for 2 days and 2 nights in the corn, and grew so hungry that they nearly died. But if they were to venture out, it wasn't tried die. They said at least, what use was it, our deserting from the army? We must die here miserably. With it they were speaking. A fiery dragon came flying through the air. It hovered near them, and asked why they were hidden here. They answered, we are the 3 soldiers, and have deserted because our pay was so small. Now if we remain here, we shall die of hunger, and if we move out, we shall be thrown up on the gallows. If we serve me for 7 years, said the dragon, I will let you through the midst of the army so that no one shall catch you. We have no choice, and must take your over, said they. The dragon seized them in his claws, took them through the air over the army, and set them down on the earth a long way from it. He gave them a little wipe, saying, wipe and slash with this, and as many as you want will jump up before you. You can then live as great lords, keep horse and drive about in carriages. But after 7 years you are mine. Then he put a book before them, which he made all 3 of them sign. I will give you 3 riddles, he said. If you guess them, you shall be free and out of my power. The dragon then flew away, and they journeyed on with their little wife. They had as much money as they wanted, wore grand clothes, and made their way in the world. Wherever they went, they lived in merrymaking and splendor, drove about with horse and carriages, ate and drank, but did nothing wrong. The time passed quickly away, and when the 7 years were nearly ended, 2 of them grew trebly and sinuous and 5 thinned. But the third made light of it, saying, don't be afraid, brothers. I was born yesterday. I will guess the riddles. They went into a palace, sat down, and the other 2 prolonged space. An old woman passed by, and asked them why they were so sad. Alas, what have you to do with it? You can't help us. Who knows? She answered. Then they told her that they had come the servants of the dragon for 7 long years, and how he had given them money as plentiful as blackberries. But as they had cited their names, they were his unless when the 7 years had passed they could guess a riddle. The third woman said, if you would have yourself, no one of you must go into the wood, and there he will come upon a tumble-down building of throats which look like a little house. He must go in, and there he will find help. The 2 melancholy ones thought, that won't save us. They reminded where they were, but the third and merry one jumped and went further into the woods until he found the rock hut. In the hut sat very old woman. He was dragon mother's. She asked him how he come, and what was his business there. He told her all that happened, and because she was pleased with him, she took compassion on him, and said she would help him. She lifted up a large stone which lay over the killer, saying, "Hide yourself there. You can hear all that is spoken in this room. Only sit still and don't stir. Till the dragon comes, I will ask him what the riddle is, for he tells me everything. Listen carefully to what he answered." At midnight, the dragon flew in, asked for his supper. His grandmother laid the table and brought out food and drink until he was satisfied, and they ate and drank together. Then, in the course of the conversation, she asked him what he had done in the day, and how many souls he had conquered. "I've had much luck today," he said, "but I've a tight hold on 3 soldiers. "Indeed, 3 soldiers," said she. "Who cannot accept you?" "They are mine," answered the dragon scornfully, "for I shall only give them riddles which they will never be able to guess." "What sort of riddles are they?" she asked. "The first is like this," said the dragon. "What goes on 4 legs in the morning, on 2 legs at night, and on 3 legs in the evening?" The old lady looked a quite bailiff and said, "Tell me, my fairy grandchild, what does going on 4 legs in the morning, on 2 legs at on, and on 3 legs at the evening?" "Why," laughed the dragon, "a person does. He crawls on all fours as baby, walks on 2 legs as an adult, and walks with 2 legs and a stick in an old egg." The old lady exclaimed, "No one else has riddles as cunning as yours. They are unlikely to guess the answer to that one for sure. But if they do, what is your second riddle?" The dragon replied that his second riddle was just as device and even prettier, for it was in form of rhyme that went like this: "Throw of great eight, I'm keep a cake, having a long tail and 1 ear. My moon it is around, and when joys do abound." "Oh, then I sing wonderful clear. What am I? Can you guess the answer?" "Why, I am a bell, of course." "Don't," said the dragons. The old lady shook her head in wonderment at her grandson's ingenuity. "Oh, you are quite the most cunning dragon who ever lived and breathed fire," she exclaimed. "What do you have for Your final and most difficult riddle? Or just some simple arithmetic, said the dragon. As I was going to St. Eves, I met a man with 7 wives. Every wife had 7 sacks. Every sack had 7 cats. Every cat had 7 kids. Kids, cats, and wives. How many were going to St. Eves? As the old lady could not answer, he said, only one was going to St. Eves, all the other were going the other way. Huh? The soul of the 3 soldiers are mine for sure. Then the dragon ate his supper of hot cold and soup made from boiling oil and went to bed. When the dragon was soundly asleep, his old grandmother pulled up the stone and let out the soldier. Did you pay attention of it? Did you pay attention for everything? Yes, he replied. I know enough, and can help myself splendidly. Then he went out by the other way, through the window secretly, and in all haste back to his comrades. He told them how the dragon had been taught by his grandmother, and how he had heard for his own lips the answer to the riddles. They were all delighted, and in high spirit took out their wife and scared so much money that it came jumping up from the ground. When the 7 years had quite gone, the Francis Crown came to the soldiers with his book, and pointing at the signature said, and, and now you must answer my riddles, or your souls shall be mine for all eternity. What goes on your 4 legs in the morning, on 2 legs at noon, and on 3 legs in the evening? The first soldier replied, a person. The dragon was much annoyed, and hummed and howled a good deal, and asked the next riddle. A trough of great egg, I'm kept in egg, having a long tail and 1 ear. My mouth it is around, and when jaws do abound, oh, then I sing wonderful clear. What am I? A bell, said the second soldier. The dragon made a face and growled it again 3 times. And said to the third, as I was going to St. Eves, I met a man with 7 wives. Every wife had 7 sacks. Every sack had 7 cats. Every cat had 7 kids. Kid, cats, sacks, and wife. How many were going to St. Eves? Only 1, replied the third soldier. Then the dragon flew away with a look shriek, and had no more power over them. The 3 soldiers took the little one, wiped as much money as they wanted, and lived happily to their lives ended. I'm sorry if I have a mistake for retell the story about the dragons and answer Part 1. I'm sorry for that because I learned how to speak and how to pronounce. Thank you.